What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's TV review of the new Netflix original series, In Borderland. This series, of course, is based off the manga comic from Haruo Asao and is directed by Shinsuke Sato. Before we begin, if you like my channel, of course, hit the subscribe button, join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. If you like these videos, awesome, hit that like button, and of course, comment below on any videos you watch, including this one. Okay, so have you ever wondered to yourself, I put on a TV series I've never heard of or seen before. I don't know much about the manga comics. It's an 8-episode season, and for the most part, you usually watch 1 or 2 episodes here, watch 1 or 2 episodes there, but then you find yourself addicted to the TV series. Your mind is constantly being blown, you're horrified by what's going on scene, and you realize what you just watched is an amazing form of television, especially in 2020 when there's been some amazing television like The Queen's Gambit and stuff like that. And then you look at yourself and you go, how do you explain this TV series without spoiling it? And how do you not give away the major plot points before December 10th when this premieres, seeing how you've been given almost a month to watch it? And I will tell you this series is insane to its fullest, but I will definitely try not to spoil for you. I will give you minor spoilers, basically what you see in the trailer, so just be aware I'm not going to spoil anything for you, especially who wants to see this or who loves that manga comic from Haruo Asao. And so here is kind of the synopsis of the story. We have a character named Arisu, who is your wayward individual. He's a Japanese individual from Tokyo, and he loves video games, but he's not really successful. His parents kind of look down on him, but he also has a couple of friends named Chota and Karube who are almost like him, but they are kind of not, in the fact that they both have a little more successful in their life, but they're still wayward. They still run away. They have fun. They're 3 good friends. They're like me and my friends on the podcast I do. And imagine yourself, you're going about your day, and then you're being chased by the cops because you do something stupid. You run into a bathroom, you hide, and all of a sudden the power goes out. And let's say it's a major city, like in this series, which is Tokyo. You walk out, and similar to Tom Cruise and Vanilla Sky, there's not a soul around anywhere. Nothing, zero, zilch. Now imagine yourself going, holy crap, what do I do next? And then a bright light appears, and it says, do you want to play a game? And then you play that game, and it becomes a very deadly experience. Now imagine you go through an 8-episode series, and the entire series deals with Arisu and his friends having to survive deadly forms of games. Now pile on top of that and think about a series that is going through Wonderland, because it's In Borderland, but it's very much a kind of spin-off of In Wonderland, where your characters in this series are very similar to those characters in the In Wonderland series. The things that they're being given at the end of each trial is a playing card, which is like the Red Queen's playing card, commanders. And you are basically lost in this world where you have to compete for life and death. So think about Battle Royale or the Hunger Games, or just any type of the game with David Fincher's The Game, and you don't know what's happening next, but you're able to use your video game skills to get through each, so on and so forth. And then on top of that, you meet a young woman named Usagi, who is I guess it's considered like the White Rabbit or something like that, because Arisu is like Alice, I think, in Japanese, and she is kind of a guide, I guess you could say, and they kind of form a pact. And that's kind of where I want to leave off with the synopsis, because if I go any further, I'm going to start spoiling the entire series, and I don't want to do that, because this is a series I truly and hopefully honestly feel that if it is watched, it will gain word of mouth and it will become huge. It's what I want. I know this will become huge in Japan, because apparently this comic is very huge in Japan, but anybody who likes the manga, and I actually want to go find this manga somewhere, will truly fall in love with this series, because from what I hear, it truly stays true to form for what the series is doing. And the fact that it has motifs off the In Wonderland, stuff like that, is really kind of fascinating, because In Wonderland's a very interesting kind of woman in a place she doesn't know, very dangerous, very kind of strange and odd, but she's always trying to she's always risking her life for situations. And so this series was, like I said, was a series I had never heard of before. I found a trailer as I was searching for through YouTube, just for something to do, And I was talking to someone on Twitter or Facebook, I'm sorry, who's a YouTuber, and we go back and forth talking about different Netflix series. So I'm always fascinated by the international market when it comes to YouTube, or when it comes to Netflix, or whatever studio or whatnot. And I saw this trailer, and I'm like, oh, okay, this looks cool. And then they were nice enough to send me the entire season, and I'll be honest with you, this series is awesome. It really is awesome. It's not perfect. It has a lot of places that it goes where I felt that it was really missing on a screenwriting standpoint. It's a little too convenient in a lot of places, especially with some of the certain characters. But the series takes the idea of video games and throws it into a battle royale Hunger Games scenario, which is very 2020. And Tokyo, Japan in its own nature is well known for loving video games. They love their cell phones, they love their handhelds, and it's always bled into like the American market. So we get a lot of our love from the Western and Eastern culture, Eastern culture with Japan. And the level of just insanity that this series brings is right up my alley. I love this from the minute go. This episode goes from beat by beat into a very Walking Dead style territory where you don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know where these characters are going to go, how the characters are going to end up. The series goes into places that I was not expecting. It was going into weird territory that I was not expecting. It's very Japanese, so there's a lot of interesting kind of fighting sequences and stuff like that. But it's a series that truly holds an interesting place in my heart now. I love this series. I pray to God that Netflix keeps this series going, because when this series ends, you're left with such a great cliffhanger that it just makes you want to watch the series like the next season. And like the fact that I'm going to have to wait even longer than most people who are going to be able to see the series, it's not saying it's a bad thing for myself, because I get a chance to tell you guys about this series. But it's a series that is just it's so thought-provoking. It does graphic violence so well. It's so insane with what these characters have to do, the choices these characters have to make. The fact that Usagi, who kind of comes in a couple episodes in, is such a fun character to watch. The Ariso and Chota and Kurube feel like true friends, and this is a series that Shinsuke Sato it feels like a truly interesting thriller / video game style TV series. And he's known for doing stuff like Death Note, like the TV series, and that wasn't on Netflix, but the TV series over in Japan. And he's known for just his art style, his feel. You can tell he has a very Western sense when he's trying to present on screen, because this is a series that is very relatable to stuff we already know. And the way it's presented, the characters are presented are truly unique. The fact that they're very reminiscent of some of the characters in Alice in Wonderland, especially Usagi and a couple other characters I don't want to spoil. But yeah, I had so much fun with this series. I really did. I had so much fun with the escape room feel to it, the ideas that at any moment these characters could be in mortal danger, and it feels like a series that has a lot of love and a lot of representation behind it. And I hope everybody who watches the series that can stomach, because it is ultra violent, it is ultra graphic, there's a lot of language, and it's very uneasy to watch at some points just because of the nature of what's being presented. But when you kind of stick with it and you watch all 8 episodes and you kind of see where the story is going, and maybe the story's following the manga as close as it can. I don't know, because I've never read the manga. But like I said, I want to kind of find out where the manga's at, because I looked on Amazon. I didn't see it on Amazon. At least there was a French version, but there was no American version. So if anybody who watches this video has a way for me to find the mangas, please let me do, because I want to read them. And there is an animated 3-episode animated series that was released, but I'm not really sure where to find that either. So, but that's where I'm gonna kind of leave it. Like I said, these characters that are presented are a lot of fun. Is really graphically violent, and the way these escape rooms and the way certain situations happen, the whoever's behind this situation, the cards that they get, the level of difficulty with the simple fact that these cards, the playing cards, the level of difficulties, what the card shows, to the eventual conclusion and how the story plays out is fantastic. So that's where I'll leave it. that's my take on Alice in Borderland. Definitely highly recommended. Definitely something you should check out if you get a chance. Hopefully it gets a second season, but we know Netflix sometimes cancels stuff, but I have a feeling this will get a second season. So, but that's it. That's my take on the first season of Alice in Borderland. Once again, thank you to Netflix for allowing me to see this really early. In the comments below, let me know what you think of the manga, if you have read it or if you know of it. Let me know where I can find it, all that good stuff. But otherwise, if you like my channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button and comment below on any video to watch, including this one. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.